Time has come for us to try to avenge our World Series loss from a year ago. And this time we're taking on the Atlanta Braves. The Braves ended up winning 85 games this past year in the 3 seed. And here's what they're looking like. It's Ozzie Albies having a fantastic postseason so far. 325 average and a 305 average. Had a really impressive year. Ended up with a single slugger and an all-star this year. That's just at the top of the lineup, especially against lefties. And our best pitcher and our number one is going to be a lefty. Nacho Alvarez. He had 81 games this year. I think finished second in Rookie of the Year voting. It was solid. It was decent. He's having a real good postseason here. Looks like they are splitting up him and probably Nick Allen against lefties. So in half the at-bats that he's gotten, he's hitting .417, and it's the big star right here, Ronald Acuna Jr. Down year, only 18 home runs, played 116 games, was hurt for a little bit, 775 OPS, so you see these numbers kind of going down. But yeah, he's still, look at this. Just look at this. Just look at this. He's an absolute tank. Is hitting .246, only 1 home run, but again, he's going to pop off at some point, and hopefully it's not against us. It is Matt Olson, the man who drew a lot of Tristan Casas. Tristan Casas is compared to this man a whole bunch, and having probably his best season in Atlanta since his second season in Atlanta, that 54 home run year, 33, been very consistent, very great, and 330 batting average, really pumped that up, won a Silver Slugger this year, and was an all-star. Austin Riley, also another well-rounded bat, 250 average. It's Tobias Haney, a first-round pick from 2026, has already made it to the show, and against righties is where he succeeds a whole bunch. In 39 games, again, probably getting the call a little bit later in the season. It was a 661 OPS, and so far, so good. 316, 3 home runs, the hottest hitter in this lineup as of right now, the Nacho Alvarez. Michael Harris, the second, also hitting very well, but you see that regression against lefty. Sean Murphy, he's a power threat in his contact from this past season, 277. A lot of good contact batting average years from a lot of these players. And then Jared Kelenic, won't see him against lefties probably, but is decent enough against righties. Against lefties, what are the changes that happen? Well, Michael Harris shoots up, I guess. Nick Allen comes in, like we mentioned, 287 at-bats this year. Only a 541 OPS, but does hit lefties decently well. And then Haney drops all the way down, and that's just that one switch. Jake Baldwin won't be in here. Michael Hellman won't be in here, and Elias Diaz won't be in here, at least in the base lineups they have. But as we know, some good pitchers on the other side. Atlanta will run Spencer Strider, a 1.86 ERA for Spencer. It's going to be Spencer Schwellenbach, 1.04 ERA. Absolutely dominant in the regular season, both of them were. And in the postseason, they have done just the same. Sub-2 ERAs from both of them. They have been extravagant. Reynaldo Lopez also has been insane. A fun get from them for 2024. Almost won the Cy Young, and maybe if he finishes out that year, got hurt that year, maybe he does compete with Chris Sale, and ultimately his teammate at the time ultimately won the Cy Young that year. Has been obviously not as good here, but has been remarkably consistent. A 3.87 ERA and a 1.08 in the postseason. Grant Holmes is their first guy who has struggled. And if you've followed the Red Sox in real life, actually, as of me recording this, playing the Braves in about an hour and a half, Grant Holmes has been shoving it up our ass. I hate that. And then Hurston Waldrep, we haven't gotten to him yet, but if he does go, a 5.67 ERA out of the rotation. But it's going to be these guys, all righties, and they only have, I think, 2 lefties in their entire bullpen. Here's who they have in the bullpen. It's Bryce Elder, AJ Smith-Shawver, who pitched out of the bullpen all year, and Royber Salinas. These guys are the low relief guys and only had to use 1 inning of them. So they have been in games and using the middle of their bullpen. Drew Hackenberg, I want to assume the brother of Christian Hackenberg. I'm not going to look that up because why? Why not? Because I don't want to. Actually, let's look it up right now. Drew Hackenberg, brother. His older brother are Christian. Yep, so I was correct. It was first round pick. And Brandon, who was first round pick in Major League Soccer, and Adam, who selected the White Sox. So 3 brothers, all professional athletes, one in soccer, one in football, wasn't very good in football, and the other one not very good at baseball, I guess. Luis Villa, he has been great, one of their lead lefties, and then when they get to the setup men, Dylan Lee has been exceptional. Andrew Kitteridge has been locked down, and Ryan Helsley, scary. I mean, just with his velocity, even though the numbers don't look good, that is a scary sight you do not want to see in the bullpen. And while we're here, let's just check on our guys, see how they have been stacking up. Jarren Duran's been doing okay. Alex Bregman also doing fine. Rafael Devers has been elite, as always, the MVP of the league. Tristan Casas, 250 hitter, 2 home runs. He has been fine. Connor Wong has been scuffling a bit. Roman Anthony, looks like his numbers have upticked. I know the beginning of the first couple of rounds weren't great, but had a good series against the Texas Rangers, where he had multiple 3-hit performances, including a home run, and then a 2-hit, 2 RBI day in the clincher. Brendan Rodgers has been not that great recent games. Actually, his potential has gone down to a C, probably due to this. Just real not great, 125 average, and only had 1 hit in the entirety of the Texas series. Maybe we drop him down. Marcelo Meyer was okay. Obviously played with him, so a lot of that is due to me just being bad at the game. But he was robbed of a hit here, had the double, had the home run. He's been an extra base hitter when he has hit 3 or 4 extra base hits this postseason. And Ceddanne Rafaela has been cooking. Absolutely incredible. Hit, double hit performance. The home runs have been there. He's just been swinging for the fences, and it's gone over. Rodolfo Castro, when he's been playing in his 2 games, he's hit well. In his, again, recent games, he had 3 games so far, a hit in the 2 starts he has. 3 hits in the 2 starts, including a run batted in each. Just 1 plate appearance here in that first game against Texas that we didn't get to see. And then no one else has really come off the bench. It was Chandler Simpson, who has gone into pinch run, but scored once. In the pitching rotation, our rotation, Sandy's been great. Houck has been great. Gonsolin did not have a good start. And Garrett Crochet, his last appearance was not good, but 2 good first appearances here. Our low relief guys got used in that blow-up start with Gonsolin pitching. Puck has been nasty. Whitlock looks like he hasn't been too great. His last 2 appearances against Texas were pretty bad. But other than that, 1, 2, 3, 4 scoreless appearances before that, with only 3 base runners, and 2 of them were multi-inning works of art. So just real bad here, but has been solid his first few times around. Kopech has been okay. I think some of those runs that he actually gave up went to Whitlock, so not entirely his fault. Brock Burke has not been good in his 2/3, and he only got 2/3 of an inning, gave up a run. Justin Slayton came down and shut the door, and Evan Phillips has been exceptional. So let's get into the World Series. Red Sox, Braves at Fenway Park. Let's see. First off, drop your predictions. Who wins the series and in how many games? We lost in 7 to the Dodgers. This Atlanta team, while good, on paper, shouldn't be as good as us. Do we get our first World Series win of the series here right now today? Let us know. Back in the World Series, this time against the Atlanta Braves. Yes, the Red Sox and the Braves used to share Boston, but now it is just the Red Sox representing the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, the Bay State, if you will. And Atlanta has had their ups, had their downs. What once looked like a potential dynasty on the rise, hit the sidings of the wall for a couple years. Now they're back in the World Series. Another team that won 85 games this season. I think it's like our third straight time. I think everyone we played has won about 85 games this year, but they still have some serious players. The Spencer Striders, the Ronald Acuñas, the Matt Olsons, the Austin Rileys, the Michael Harrises. It's how they've kind of stacked up. Very similar to us. We've been scoring a little bit more offensively. They've been a little bit better on the pitching side of things. I think that those are inflated a little bit due to those big Yankee games and that one game against Texas here. I think Game 5. I literally just recorded it 2 minutes ago. Game 5. We got Crochet. I think they're throwing Spencer Strider, I believe. And either way, it is time to go here at Fenway Park, trying to avenge our loss in the World Series last year, losing in the World Series for the first time in my life. They were 4-0 since 1999 when I came into this world and blessed everybody. Crochet has gone at least on average 6 innings. It was a 9-inning performance in Game 1, a 6-inning performance in Game 2, then a 3-inning performance in Game 3 of his World Series. And Michael Harris, the second, is going to get the first hit off him as Crochet does knock it down but can't get the speedy Harris. And there's one on for the Braves to begin things. Ronald Acuña Jr. He goes down the line. Bregman, what a throw. He gets him. Acuña, a little slower after his multiple knee surgeries. A younger Acuña has that beat out indefinitely, and maybe not even a throw from Bregman this time. It's crazy. Now watch this. I'm trying to click on to Ceddanne Rafaela. He's just watching this go. What the fuck? What the hell game as a leadoff or a first inning home run given up by Garrett Crochet? It seems like we see these every single fucking time he throws, which is a lot because he's nasty and I like to use him. But does get up a home run to Olson, a lefty crime, but not letting me at least switch to Rafaela there was crazy. Does Roman Anthony get to that ball? Maybe. You see me trying to be as Rafaela, but I don't know. Maybe I gave up on it too early. Either way, it is 2-0 Braves. Wait, hold up. It's 3-0 Braves. Austin Riley. It doesn't matter who the hell I was clicked on here. I'm not robbing this one. Literal light tower power. 385 on the Lansdowne Street. And Austin Riley makes it 3-0 Braves early on. And not the best of starts, I would say. Probably not. I think I've seen this team perform better in the past. But yeah, this one absolute smoked and literally lights tower power as it just grazes it. And Nick Allen, 6th year in the league. Now Nick Allen's crushing baseballs. What's going on? Crochet, his last 2 starts have not been pretty. And really that first start against Texas wasn't exactly lights out either. Great performance against the Yankees, but even that, I think he gave up both of his runs in that first inning, or at least one run in that first inning. Finally get the strikeout on Sean Murphy. Big Dumper Jr. goes down, but yeah, not pretty sight for the Red Sox, who find themselves down 3-0 at home in the World Series. And you got to face off against Spencer Strider, who has been absolutely dominant, striking out 42% of batters last year. Like, goodness Christ. Back-to-back starts were facing off against the Cy Young Award winners from 2 years ago at least. We had Gallen in Game 6, who won the American League, as Strider in Game 1 here. Strikes out Durant. Gets Bregman. Oh no, you know how much I like to strike out. So it's awesome we get to see Spencer Strider here. 0-2 count for Devers. What are we going to guess is happening here? Yeah, just don't even take the bat off the shoulders. So 3 runs for the Braves in the first inning, and then a 1-2-3 inning in the bottom of the frame with 3 punch-outs as Strider has not looked like the last guy to look this dominant was like Randy Johnson and Pedro. Like that's how nasty he's been looking. Roman Anthony finally gets on the board, and that at least in the hitting sense, as he gets our first hit of the game, and it is 1 on with 2 outs. Brenner Rodgers coming into play hasn't really had a great tenure here in Boston. Hitting just 125 in the postseason and really stopped producing at like an all-star caliber level that we got from the Angels since he got over here. So really hasn't been the best Brendan Donovan experience that I thought we were going to get, and continues there as he grounds up the middle for the final out. Hey, a punch out. There we go. Crochet looking nasty. His 3rd K, but gets Ronald Acuna and watch this dot. Just bing. Got him. See ya. Thanks. Matt Olson. What's good, brother man? All right. Thought I was going to get a strikeout there, but nope. We ground ball to Marcelo Meyer. Dug out by Costas. And that is enough to get us out of the inning. So still nothing really past that first inning for the Braves, but we still need to get back on the board. Austin Riley. He goes down on strikes with a cutter inside. Crochet settling in. Maybe so. His 4th strikeout. First of the 4th inning. I say first of the 4th inning because he's going to get a second of the 4th inning right there. Circle change on Nick Allen. 2 up, 2 down the frame, both by way of the K. And for good measure, Sean Murphy. What the fuck is up, brother? Sit down. Finally getting that strikeout. And we got Murphy down on 3 pitches. So 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts for Garrett Crochet. As the Red Sox bat still need to get going, though. He can pitch as well as he wants from here on out, but still get up 3 runs, and we still need to get those back somehow. Devers, can you do it? Well, he won't get it back here, but does draw the walk in the 2nd walk for Strider he's allowed. Brings up Roman Anthony a little bit later on. Can he have success off Strider again? Not quite. Curveball. Hit into the ground, so we get a leadoff walk, but then nothing really after that. So Strider continues to be a menace to society, and we continue to cry and complain. And this is the starter comparison. Looks similar until you get to the runs. We both have 6 strikeouts. He's walks more. We get a couple more hits, but just the hits for the Braves have been beneficial for the Braves. And hasn't really gone our way. We get another strikeout. Tobias Haney this time, one of the first drafted players to really make it to the big leagues here. And we get a strikeout on Kelenic. So that's 5 straight strikeouts for Garrett Crochet, which is nasty. Can he make it 6? Well, you see this is a pitch on a 0-1 count, and he dumps a single into right field. They'll have a base runner. Or will they? Ozzie Albies getting a little greedy. Roman Anthony says, welcome to the Empire, son. And tosses it down to second base. Guns out Ozzie Albies. 2 guys that signed extensions early in his career. Ozzie Albies making about 18 cents an hour. Roman Anthony got the fucking bag. And look at Roman Anthony go. A big, big out for the Red Sox. Get another strikeout. Michael Harris this time goes down. The 9th K for Garrett Crochet again. All fine and dandy, but doesn't really mean anything with those 3 runs on the board. The offense doesn't do shit. Meyer is there. Acuna is put away, or is he? No, Meyer pulls Casas off the bag and now sets up Matt Olson to get another chance with a runner on base. He smacks it. This is a hard-falling liner. Rafael at the second base, but in there safely as it just drops ahead. I think I was trying to dive for it and get greedy, but game wouldn't allow me. Austin Riley on the ground. Meyer can't get by him. This Rafael throw is going to come in, and not in time. 4-0 Braves as they just continue to pour it on. And the Red Sox can't really do anything about it. This one just slowly hit up the middle. Meyer a little late to react. Even if it's a perfect reaction, probably doesn't get to it. And we're going to the bullpen. Alex Cora is going to take the ball from Crochet. A rough first part of the game really settled in, but then started to give it back up, and we couldn't allow him to get up another 2 or 3 runs. 1 run is all we can afford. Michael Kopech is coming in barely misses on that four-seamer right on the edge. And then he gets a swing and a miss on a ball that bounces out and both runners advance. Just weird. The weird play all around. A wild pitch is going to be thrown, but it is a strikeout. And this one on the button, but right at Roman Anthony. It could have been tricky. Just hit a little bit more in the air, just a little bit. Just something that got over Anthony's glove would have been devastating for the Boston Red Sox. Crochet, 5 1/3. His day is done. 3 earned, 9 Ks, however. And Spencer Strider comes in. First pitch of the 7th is clobbered. Tristan Casas finally gets the offense going with a home run. 420. Blaze it. As Casas 109 off the bat. His 3rd home run. And just like we saw in the last series with Marcelo Meyer getting comped to Corey Seager, one person that Tristan Casas got comped to all his career, Matt Olson, who we will be player locking with Tristan Casas the rest of this series. Thought about Devers as the AL MVP, but after this home run, playing it a little time, like, well, we did the player comp in last series. The player comp in this series is much the same. Let's do it. Connor Wong, 1 of 1. No better catcher in the history of the game. No comp thrown his way. He is too good to have you think he's like Yogi Berra or Carlton Fisk or Mike Piazza or Johnny Bench or fucking Roy Campanella, Mickey Cochran, Brian McCann. Does Brian McCann deserve to be in that list? God, no. Did I run out of catchers who are really good? Ted Simmons? Yes, I did. All not as good as Connor Wong. He obliterates one. And now Spencer Strider's out of the game. Would have felt a lot better if we hadn't given up that run in the top of the frame and kept this one a one-run ball game, at least now. We do have a chance to continue to add on, and Dylan Lee so far has not allowed teams to add on. Just 1 earned run and 9 1/3 through 8 games this postseason. He has been absolutely ridiculous. And with us down needing offense, we're going to subtract some defense, put Rodolfo Castro in, and he can't quite come through. So Dylan Lee, a 1-2-3 inning, but not after home run number 1. And they don't show it here, but we had another home run too. Justin Slayton in the 8th. Strikes out Acuna. I'm just showing Acuna strikeouts all game. Fine by me. First strikeout for Slayton. Brings up Matt Olson, who is 2 for 3 with a home run and a single. And, yeah, make it 3 for 4 with what's probably going to be a double. Duran thought this was going to go all the way down to the wall, but ends up scraping against the side near foul territory and slowing the ball down. That was going to go all the way to the monster, but gets caught up on the wall before that. Double for Olson. However, Roman Anthony tracks this fly ball down to right field with 2 outs, so it doesn't really matter. But Justin Slayton keeps us in it. We have 2 more chances to get 2 more runs. Can we do it? Had some heroics late against Texas. Can we do it again here against Atlanta? Evan Phillips in for the 9th inning, trying to shut things down. Anthony gets to it. They saw what they did to Albies earlier in the ballgame. Sean Murphy wisely holds up at first base. And with 2 outs, Jared Kelenic trying to add on. Hit deep to center field, but Cedon Rafaela, the Gold Glove candidate, is there. And he will put it away for the final out of the inning. Down 2. What do the Red Sox have? Can they come back and beat the Braves? Well, they have Ryan Helsley, who is a monster. And for someone like myself, who struggles with high velocity in this game, this should be fun. Let's see. 1-2 count. Rafael Devers, can you do something for me? No. 102. By her. That's out number 1. Not sounding too confident about what's going to go on, what's going to transpire here. Tristan Casas, 103, 102, right down the dick. It doesn't matter. Bye. 2-2 count. Connor Wong, you want something just absolutely mean? Yeah, slider in the other batter's box while I'm gearing up for 103, and that is going to do it. The Atlanta Braves, surprise, surprise, they come in to the house that Teddy Ballgame built and take a win. off of the Boston Red Sox, and they start the series off up 1-0. First series, game 1, we have lost. Beat the Yankees, beat the Rangers, could not beat the Braves here in game number 1. And, not too psyched up about that. I will say that with full confidence. Not too jazzed about all of that. But, alas, is what it do be. Here we go. Braves win 4-2 against the Red Sox. It is what it do be. But we move right along to game number 2 as Strider picks up his 4th win. Absolutely dominant. Hopefully, you don't have to see him again. And if we do, hopefully it's with a 3-1 series lead or something. But like I mentioned before, we will be hopping on to the Triston Casas show here in the World Series. Didn't get him in the first postseason we did last year. Here he is, and we're wearing the Fenway greens here on a Friday night. Again, with being in player lock, you can't really go into the jersey matchups. I wish they let you do that. Still let you switch the jerseys even if you're doing a player lock. MLB The Show, San Diego Studios. Listen up. Let us just choose the jersey every time we go in there. Because I don't think in the playoffs we'd be wearing our City Connects. Maybe we would. I don't think teams really wear the City Connects in the playoffs. However, got Sandy Alcantara. And like I mentioned in the Texas series, when you lose a crochet start, you got to then go out and beat the Cy Young Award winner from this past year. So a tall task for the Braves lineup. If anything, they might be ready for it. But we're also ready for them with Sandy Alcantara in our lineup right behind them. So very intrigued, very interesting to see what's going to go down here. But we got Triston Casas and the boys going out there trying to defeat the Atlanta Braves and tie this series back up at 1. And in an October day in Boston, we got some rain, some chilly rain. Love to see it. Sandy Alcantara has been just as good in the postseason as he was in the regular season. Darren Duran, a leadoff home run against Spencer Schwellenbach. And here we are, Triston Casas. Actually saw Spencer Schwellenbach pitch against the Red Sox earlier this year. Fun fact. And Casas goes down swinging, and Schwellenbach gets out of it. Does get up the home run against Darren Duran, but we move on. A walk, and then a stolen base, another walk, but nothing comes of it as Sandy Alcantara gets out of the little jam. Tie ball game, Ronald Acuna Jr. with a home run. And then we get our first action in the field. We have a runner on first base, 1 down, Michael Harris. A little extra lead over there at first base. And runners off. It's hit sharply on the ground, and they stay out of the double play, so a great steal attempt to stay out of what would have been a surefire double play. Maybe Harris does have some speed, but with Bregman and company there, I think it would have been a double play nonetheless. Casas back up. Got 0 for 1 with a strikeout on a nasty curveball right at the knees. Saw the 3 pitches that Schwellenbach threw to him the first time up, and this time lays into a fastball, but just couldn't quite hit it fast enough and hard enough or high enough, just smacked into the ground. A good timing swing, but just didn't get the result we wanted. And it's a double play because Casas not very fit. You at home, yeah, you're faster than Triston Casas is, at least according to the game. Fun fact, so congratulations. You're better than a professional athlete. I'm sure you're going to take that to school or work or whatever, and really that's going to solidify your day. Also, thanks for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment who you think the World Series MVP should be. Whether we win or they win, who do you think had the best series? Let me know right now. Sandy Alcantara still out there. It's 5 innings for both of them, 1 run for both of them, 2 hits. Everything is identical except for we have 1 more walk given up. Everything else, par for par, bar for bar, band for band. And watch this play by Triston Casas. You don't think he's a good defender? He says, I paint my nails and make wet gems, baby. Triston Casas with a diving play to steal extra bases from Ronald Acuna Jr. And what a play by our first baseman. You don't expect I guess it's a luxury to have great first base defense. If you can have okay first base defense, you get away with it. Casas doesn't have the ratings in game, but just continues to steadily improve year after year after year. Still deadlocked in a 1-1 ball game. Costas trying to come through with something big here. He lifts this one high, but not that deep. Thought he was going to go play with the monster, but just a little bit behind that slider that was hung, and Schwellenbach gets away with a mistake there. Still gets the first out. They bring in Andrew Kitteridge, as that was the last batter that Schwellenbach faced was Costas. And now we're trying to get potentially a double play ball, try to help us get out of this inning. But we're looking for another walk-off, if anything. See if we can deliver it. Costas already one walk-off in this postseason. And this is on the ground. To Meyer. Flips over to Rogers. Back Tristan Costas and that double play we were looking for. Tobias Haney. He obliges. Launches one right on the ground. Meyer. Rogers. Just excellent execution. Beautifully job. And Duran a single. Rafaela a single. And then Duran brings home Rafaela with a triple. And we win game number 1. Don't exactly get the post-game animation, but here's how everyone did. And Duran, your player of the game with the 2 hardest parts of a cycle. Now we have this 1-1 series split so far in Boston. We have 3 in hot Atlanta, the ATL. How much more white can I sound? The hotbed of hip-hop as of right now. Anyway, here we go in Atlanta. (4-2) win for the Atlanta Braves. 2-1 win for the Boston Red Sox in Game 1 and Game 2. Jarren Duran, the walk-off hero of game number 2, is going to start us off against Reynaldo Lopez in Game 3. Had a resurgence with Atlanta, actually, after not being bad with Chicago, was part of the Adam Eaton trade that netted the Chicago White Sox Lucas Giolito and Reynaldo Lopez, who at that time, at least Giolito was like a top 5 prospect in the game. Remember at the time being like Adam fucking Eaton, but ended up with a World Series win for the Nationals. So I guess here's Reynaldo Lopez, a 1.08 ERA and 16 2/3 postseason innings. As he got up a double to Alex Bregman early on, then a 1-2 count. Tristan Costas trying to drive in the run. Can he do it? No, he can't. Fastball high and top of the zone, and Costas just swinging under it. Unfortunately, can't catch up to the heat. Got Tanner Houck, who has been great so far in the postseason. Leadoff single to Ozzie Albies. Brings up Nacho Alvarez, hitting .400 in the postseason. He has been excellent in his limited at-bats. I think plays against righties, doesn't play against lefties. I think they put Nick Allen out there against lefties. And ground ball to Bregman, and they start it, and they turn it. So Alvarez hasn't been set down many times this postseason, but grounds into a crucial double play for the Red Sox as the leadoff walk is nullified. And just ahead of Alvarez coming down the line there. Almost the 1-2-3 inning by Lopez. A home run from Ceddanne Rafaela, and his hot postseason continues. He did win the ALCS, or in this game, the playoff MVP. I don't know if they count the full playoffs or they count just I think they count the playoffs up until you win. It's not a true ALCS MVP. But I guess we'll call it that. We'll call it the ALCS MVP. Costas a dive to his right. Can't quite get it. And a single for Kalanick brings up Albies in the top of the lineup featuring Alvarez and such. And Alvarez a double makes it 3-1 Braves. But then back-to-back home runs. Connor Wong, Roman Anthony tie this thing back up at 3. Another walk with the bases loaded. Bases juiced. Tristan Costas, after Red Sox get some life here, does get a fastball to hit, times it up, but unfortunately another ground out to second base. Again, a lot of these hits have been fine. Obviously, I am behind on some and don't get the best swings, but when I do get those good swings, it's timed up really nice, just not quite getting the results. So it's been back and forth, A big third inning for the Red Sox, or fourth inning for the Red Sox. A big third inning for the Braves. Roman Anthony, a 2-run home run in the fifth to make it 6-3. And now here come the Red Sox again. Another hit with a double. This one going to get through. No, it's not. Albies picks it up. But Casas, fastest man alive. He beat it. Maybe you're not faster than Tristan Casas. Maybe you're not. Watch this sprint speed. Put us side by side with... Oh, I think he's out too. I think he is out. But they're not going to challenge. I don't think the CPU challenges in this game, which is weird. I would like them too. But, Tristan Casas. Oh, he's getting dirty. He's trying to steal. That's through. Base hit. Oh, he's too fast. It's 7-3. Tristan Casas is Usain Bolt if Usain Bolt was good. Tristan Casas, absolute speed demon. Roman Anthony, 2 home runs, a signature moment in his young career. A 2-home-run World Series game. Ain't nobody better than you, brother. On the ground, and that will do it for the inning. Tristan Casas, slide for good measure. Absolute speed demon. You can't spell speed without Tristan Casas. I think you can. Single and a walk. We're going to pull Houck. Walk again. Single. Slayton. Walk. Fielder's choice. It's 7-6. What is going on? But then we go on another rally. And then can we just hold the Braves scoreless, please? There have been 30 runs scored from the 3rd to the 7th inning. That's all it's been. It's just run. It's a 9-6 ball game now. Almost nice. I guess technically at some point it is a 6-9 ball game. And that is going to get by Rogers and set the Braves up with 2 men on and the tying run coming to the plate. A single by Kelenic, but it looks like only got 1 out of it. And now we bring back in Tristan Casas. 1 for 4 with a single so far. Infield single, mind you, at that. And he lays into this one and a little bit ahead of it, but can't quite beat Olsen to the bat. So, in the 9th inning, or the 8th inning, however, can we put up a 0? We do. Can we add some insurance? No. Phillips, a single. Fly out. Single pop-up. Nacho Alvarez comes up. The man hitting .432. 3 for 4 today. All he needs is a base hit. Won't tie the game. But, something in the gap possibly could. On the ground, Casas is there. Steps on the bag. Red Sox win it. A back-and-forth game. Roman Anthony with a pair of home runs. Home run by Wong. Just both teams slobber knocker after slobber knocker. Haymaker after haymaker. It was like, the cliche, it's like a heavyweight fight. It really was. We were going at it. They were going at it. We were going at it. They were going at it. Watch this. They get 3. We respond with 3. We had 2. They get 3. We get 2. One sprinkled in there. Just offensive fireworks all throughout. The first couple and the last couple innings, dead silent. But that middle of that game, one of the better World Series games you'll see in terms of just back and forth production. And it is a 3-0 postseason so far for Tanner Houck. 3rd save for Evan Phillips. And we take the 2-1 lead over Atlanta. Next up on the docket, though, Tony Gonsolin. Can he have a better start than what he showed us against Texas when he got that start against Texas? Wasn't good against Texas. Gave up 5 or so runs or whatever. Not great, to say the very least. However, he can change that fortune in a hurry if he just comes out here and does what he's supposed to do, which is just give us 5 quality innings, 6 quality innings. You don't have to be Crochet. You don't have the same expectations as a Alcantara. Just go out there and pitch well. All we're asking. And so far, we have won the last 2 on a little bit of a roll. Just keep that roll going. Good thing for us, Grant Holmes on the mound. Now, this is coming kind of fresh off as me recording this when Grant Holmes shoved it up our pee-pee hole like twice in a week. But hopefully that goes a little bit better for us this time in the actual video game where it's different than in real life. feel like I've been just sprinkling in real-life Red Sox commentary. You can kind of piece together when I'm recording this if you want to go back and the games I referenced and when they were in the year. Get a little time capsule, I guess. But we're trying to take a commanding 3-1 victory. That's definitely Grant Holmes. Definitely what he looks like. They don't have the facial hair wrong or anything. In 10 postseason innings, hasn't been great. And now it's Tristan Casas, a 1-0 count, trying to get the first run on the board for the Red Sox. And this is smacked left field. Going back is the left fielder, and this will drop down. Bregman, just 44 speed, able to chug all the way around third base. Throw comes in. Bregman is standing up, and so is Casas with a RBI double here in the first inning. And Casas, the first real meaningful hit he's gotten since that home run in game number 1. And that gets by Tobias Haney. He's not able to get it in. Connor Wong has spent his entire career with Boston. Well, his professional major league career, at least with Boston, did start with the Dodgers. And this one is hit. A dive by Harris, but he can't get to it. And Wong splits the outfielders. He goes back-to-back with Casas. Back-to-back RBI doubles. It's 2-0 Red Sox in the lead against Atlanta. This one scorched. And Harris, the dive late, but just out of reach. The ball just kept carrying until it finally found grass. And Casas, as we mentioned, fastest man to ever live, scores easily on that. Nacho Alvarez can't get it by Casas again. That's how game 3 ended. Game 4 starts that way for Alvarez. Another run, a 2-run shot by Duran. It's 5-0 Red Sox. The Braves do get one back in the bottom of the second with Austin Riley and now Tobias Haney. It was a decent player here. Again, one of the first created or generated players that was drafted to go out there and become a full-time player for a team. He goes down. Also, I don't know if you guys know, I go in and edit every single rookie in between the offseason or during the season at some point to give them realistic gear and kind of give them their own look. So, yeah. So, I don't know. Not saying anything, but, you know, I'm putting in that extra effort, extra work. I hate when guys come up with weird colored stuff or the baggy arm and, the cleats that are from the 1940s. MLB The Show got a lot better this year with a lot of these players don't need as much work as they have in years past. But just dropping that nugget, I do put in a lot of work for this series, not just for my team, but to make the series as a whole just kind of feel as realistic as possible. So, I don't know, just feel like I could, because Tobias Haney is someone that, like, he wouldn't have had that gear on until I went down there and changed it. It also gives me an opportunity to kind of just look at these players and be like, oh, this guy looks really good. I mean, put on my radar and kind of follow them. I kind of get more attached that way, and it makes me want to make more videos. So win-win, I guess. Roman Anthony is there to put away Matt Olson, who, again, has gotten the comparisons to Tristan Casas. That's why, or Casas' comparisons to him. That's why we're decided to go with Casas here. And it is a bloodbath so far. 7-1. Boston in the lead. And A.J. Smith-Shawver is up now as Grant Holmes finally dusted from this ball game. And Smith-Shawver, high heat upstairs. Casas can't really handle it and pops out to third base. Strikeout, pop out, and we go in. Gonsolin still working strong, giving us those 5 clean innings we asked for. And he's actually going to give us 6 clean. Single by Devers brings back up Casas 1 for 3 on the day with an RBI. And then way ahead of that curveball, he goes down swinging. And that will end his at-bat here in the 7th. Double, single, and then finally here come the Braves, that onslaught. They put up 3 in the 7th. And it's now a 7-4 ball game. Hit by a pitch, pop up, we bring in Whitlock. Singles, couple strikeouts. Phillips gets a strikeout. We're going to ask him to get a 4-out save as Casas back up against Dylan Lee, the lefty. That one in the dirt. Throw is going to go down to second base, and Devers is going to get caught as he tried to advance. Dylan Lee, I guess, one of the better wild pitch that he's thrown in his career, getting an important runner out in the World Series. Then the next pitch on a 3-0 count. The pitch is low, and Casas no offer. He will draw a walk, something he is very, very, very good at doing. I wish I was a little bit better at laying off for him. And this one is cranked, but not really too hard into right field. That will do it for the Red Sox here in the ninth inning. Tobias Haney, Michael Harris, and Sean Murphy will give it a go against Evan Phillips. Phillips trying to get the 4-out save. He does, striking out all 4 Atlanta Braves that he sees. And the Red Sox are ahead in the World Series 3-1. Can you believe it? I can. The Red Sox won 15 more games than the Atlanta Braves. I know it's the playoffs, and those regular season marks kind of go to the wayside, but, man, it is hard to look at this team and think that we are not the better team top to bottom. And we've shown it so far that we are the better team top to bottom, and would love to continue to show that we are the better team top to bottom. How top and bottom can you get? Well, when we're the better team top to bottom, we can do it all day long. 7-4 Red Sox against the Braves, and a 3-1 series lead. And trying to win it here on Georgia soil would be very nice. We won 2004, 2007, and 2018 on the road. All 3 of those dominating fashion. It was 2 sweeps in 07 and 04, and then a 5-game series in 2018, and now trying to do a 5-game series here in Atlanta. Last time they won at home was in 2013, when they took the St. Louis Cardinals to 6 games, and the one before that I think was like 1915 or something, or it was like 1918. It was 95 years, so it was 1918 when they won the World Series at Fenway Park. And not many have been won at Fenway. Obviously, you have the 86-year drought where there were no World Series wins at all. But they won a whole bunch in the league's first few years. And here we are back again trying to bookend. The Red Sox won the first ever World Series and trying to win the most recent. We got Crochet on the bump. He was a little bit better against the Braves than he was against the Rangers. Trying to get that vintage Crochet performance. Can we do it? Can we seal it? The man that we gave the bag to. Bagman. Can you please come out here and give us what we need? Hurston Waldrep is going to come out. The one thing to watch out for him, that splitter. That's what got him drafted out of Florida. Alex Bregman and Rafael Devers said, fuck your splitter. Here you go. And it's a 2-0 lead just like that. Casas, wary of the splitter, chases the 4-seamer and pops it up. Makes contact with it late. Crochet, can we get a 1-2 inning from our ace, the War Pig, as he's called here in Boston. So affectionately called in Boston. And then Casas going to field it himself, take it to the bag, and good job by Tristan Casas. So 3 up, 3 down for the Braves as the Red Sox trying to close things out. Anthony Rogers Meyer. Meyer gets a single, but nothing going for the Red Sox. 3 strikeout inning. Bases loaded for Casas. Can he give us something big? Can Tristan light it up? Up the middle. 1 run will score. The second run right behind him. And Casas puts 2 more on the board. A 2 RBI single for Tristan Casas here in the World Series in inning number 3. Puts the Red Sox up 4-0. And Atlanta finds themselves back against the wall immediately. Do we add any more? Connor Wong. What do we got? We're going to have a nice little stretch with Casas on base watching what the Red Sox batters can do. 2-2 count. Pitch is home, and that is going to land in center or right field. But no run scores as station to station go the Red Sox base runners. It's bases loaded, no outs, and Roman Anthony stepping up to the dish. 3-0 count. Roman Anthony can drive in another run. He has 3 hits in this World Series, 2 of them home runs. The other one coming in Game 1. So it's been feast or famine for Roman Anthony, who's feasting on that 4-pitch walk to make it 5-0 Boston Red Sox. Brendan Rodgers, even a double play, still scores a run in most scenarios. Just hit it and play, all we're asking. And he does. But this one unfortunately popped up to second base in one of the few scenarios where we don't score a run. And that is all she wrote for him. Marcelo Meyer, can you give us a big base hit here? Hitting just 200 this postseason. Chopper on the ground. Riley is there. Over to second for 1 and back to first for 2. So we do score a couple times, but with the bases loaded, no outs, don't score in that scenario. But Tristan Casas, I guess he scored with bases loaded, no outs the first time. We reloaded them, and I couldn't do anything with it. Crochet, perfect through 3. 3 strikeout inning for the pitcher for the Braves. Now it's Roy Bear Salinas, and he strikes out Casas. Got those 3 strikeouts earlier that I mentioned before. Single by Wong, nothing going on. 5-1 ball game. Nick Allen playing against Garrett Crochet. Just brain fart after brain fart after brain fart, I guess, for me. Love to see that. Love to see that. Right above Casas, he leaps up, can't get it. And it's Roman Anthony throwing that back in. Also, prayers for Tristan Casas. He's going through rehab with the torn patellar tendon. He spoke for the first time recently and was like, this is the absolute worst thing I had to do in my life. Hopefully he gets better. Hopefully he comes back better than ever. And he's a very important part of this Red Sox future, I hope. Bregman, a home run, then a walk by Devers. And Drew Hackenberg, the brother of Christian Hackenberg, and I think 2 other Hackenbergs that have been professional athletes, which is wild. Shout out the Hackenberg family. He gets Casas under this fastball, bringing Haney back towards the wall, but with plenty of room over there in left field to put it away. 1 down in the inning. Still with a 4-run lead, the Boston Red Sox hold. Could be the last at-bat we see from Casas. Walk by Wong. Anthony drives in a run with a single. A couple runs with a single. Bases loaded. Brock Burt comes in. Gets out of the jam. Andrew Kittredge. Walk. You don't see Casas bat. Another big rally here late. It's 7-6. They bat around, but keep it there. Casas against Helsley. Grounder. And I'll put it away. Probably the last time we see Casas bat in this game. I don't know. Will it be the last time we see him bat in this series? Solo home run by Roman Anthony to help. Pop-up. Single. Fly out. Fly out. The Boston Red Sox have won the 2027 World Series. It's been a quick journey with this team, but still an eventful one. We took over in 2025 and had a horrendous season. And when we jumped on the game for the first time, in real life, you had so many expectations for the Red Sox, and you thought they would carry over into the game. And kind of like real life, the 2025 MLB The Show Red Sox weren't that great. 2026, we came back, ended up winning the division with a really hot last month, and stormed in the World Series, went to 7 with the Dodgers, and ended up losing. Now, we are here in 2027 at the mountaintop. Guys like Roman Anthony, Marcelo Meyer, Christian Campbell, who's not on the postseason roster, will get a ring. Signed on and gave away some of their prime free agent years because they made the World Series as a rookie, knew they would have a chance. And now, this makes it up. Guys like Bregman came here to win. Duran gets his first. Devers his second. Casas his first. Crochet his first. Alcantara. It's a great team. We still have a lot more story to tell. We have done it. We have raised our 10th World Series in franchise history. The Boston Red Sox are World Series champions, taking down the Atlanta Braves in 5 games. A closer 5-game series than you'll find. 1 run here, 2 runs here, 3 runs here, 2 runs here. All 3 of these had large leads that ended up kind of getting a little closer than maybe the final score would indicate. But we have won a World Series. Now, the only thing left for us to check is postseason awards. Alex Bregman is your World Series champion. This is or World Series MVP. This is why you brought him here in his 3rd year here. A .412 batting average, a home run, and RBI. Roman Anthony had 3 home runs in this series. Cedar Rafaela, who I believe, won the postseason MVP. He was absolutely incredible as well for the National League. It was Austin Riley who did that. But Alex Bregman, your World Series MVP. This is awesome. This is so fun. And for those who think, oh, maybe the series is not done, we were doing this for the rest of the year. This is the main franchise here, main staple of the channel. We won a World Series with the Rockies. We kept going. We will be continuing to show this Red Sox team. There are more iterations of this Red Sox team. This is not the last hurrah. This is not as good as this team will get. This is not as bad as this team will get. We're going to have moments where we're going to be even more dominant than this. I guarantee we'll have moments where we're not a playoff team. And we have some decisions to make, even though we have 2 or 3 of our starting rotation is going to be on the free agent market. Our contracts are extensions for our big 3. They will be on the move they'll be kicking in. We also have Alex Bregman, the World Series MVP. He's going to be a free agent as well. There's still so much story for us to sell, and we will be telling it. So, thank you for joining us here on Tisbury 33 Games. Your Boston Red Sox are World Series champions. That doesn't get a like, a subscribe, a comment. I don't know what will. Off-season up next, and we start 2028 fresh in a few days. So we will see you next time here with more franchise mode. Boston Red Sox, the defending champions. We'll see them later this week.